It was like swearing in a church. If you know, this is something that they say in Norway. Swearing in a church. In other words, my God, you can't sell knowledge, can you? But yes, of course you can. I'm still waiting for, there's something else. I mean, Erasmus is wonderful, but the idea of tutors being sold like football players, you know, is coming. Say, right, we don't have much for you to do at the moment. How about sending you off to Iceland for a couple of months to earn, you know, money for the college? Why not? You know, don't just sit around. And of course, the art system is a part of this mass culture, because that's from the last 1990s. And art college is incorporated in some fashion. It depends where you are. Some more, some less. Finland, very much so, into the capitalist market. But worse than that, or I shouldn't say that, should I? Goodness. Okay, well, no, why not? I'm not a neutral person. Nobody is, actually. This idea of being a part of the entertainment industry. Some people say, why not? What's wrong with that? You know, why not make art so people are happy, or why not make art that? But that's design, is it not? Again, we're back to surface and depth. And maybe I shouldn't say this, but very briefly, he managed to sell Lucky Strike to women by giving it to women and told, he just got some women, got them to march, and it was kind of a feminist sort of, we women, we're just like you men, we can, you know, and it worked. And then women started smoking like mad. So he understood how to control mass consumption. And the USA could rest happily that, okay, it's all right. People are not going to be doing crazy things and revolting. They will actually still be under control somehow. So, I have to be quick, I realize that. Art college students and tutors reflect a perpetual recreating of an ever-changing network. I like the word network here in terms of virus. I don't quite know whether network is too clear and specific for the virus. It probably doesn't need a network, but we do have networks. One guy said some years ago, oh, yeah, you're really interesting, Ian. I think I'll have you as part of my network. And I thought, oh God, please don't. You know, I prefer friends, actually. We need to learn from them, actually, because we are becoming stressed more and more and more. We're updating more and more and more. You know, I have 80, 90, 100, I don't know, TV channels. I don't look at any of them. Maybe a little bit of one now and then. But I don't actually, and then finally I began to ask myself, what do I need this for? You don't need it, you know. And this business here, you know, 3-4 years, then this is gone, get rid of it. Well, actually, this is ridiculous. I can't live this off it. My God, you know, what age am I living in? You know, and all this nonsense that, you know, when I stopped and thought, what do I want to pull the bloody thing off for? What for? You know, what am I going to do with it? Oh, I can give it to somebody over there. Well, I can also just take the net. It's not that difficult, you know. So all this is part for me of this virus. The virus somehow thrives on this, in this world of excess information where there's no meaning. And I do believe Baudrillard. I know Baudrillard, people laugh at him and whatever, and maybe he says a lot of stupid things, but this is right. That we can't stop to think. It's like, okay, you're clever, you know, you're doing 5, 6 things at the same time, and people are, you know, you go to a coffee bar and it's all like this, and it's like you're talking a little bit, you know, it's amazing, but, you know, what about sometimes, okay, I'll end it with something from your city. We went to, what's it called, the huge, second largest building in the world, like all good tourists, never been here before, and saw it. the palace or whatever it is, the Ceausescu. All I'm going to say is that afterwards we walked out and went a little bit to one side and we went into a little church that had been moved apparently. Good for him, at least he didn't get rid of it, God knows why. Now maybe God does know why. But the church was moved and we went into this little church. And I thought, this is it. The power of this little church. How this little church was so much more than all of that, you know. It's like this American, or also Russian, actually the same. Bigger, bigger, you know, it used to be. Now it's smaller, smaller, but it's no better. But this bigger, bigger, it's bigger. You know, in Warsaw, you go up the cultural, whatever it is, and you're told that this lift takes you up faster than anything else in the world or something. It sounds so American to me, you know. And it's all this faster, bigger, smaller, all this rubbish, you know. All these values, and then you come into this church and there's nothing about faster. There's nothing about bigger. Yes, it's little, but it's not making a big point of being little. And it has power. And I'm going to actually end with one more thing, and that's all. I listened to somebody talking, or did I read it? It doesn't matter, about magic. Magic these days. Nobody talks about magic. And then there was this explanation of what magic is. I thought, oh, this is going to be interesting. The sun rising in the morning, or going down at night. You've seen it. No, you haven't seen it. We haven't seen it. We probably can't see it, and that's magic. If we could see it. And I'll end at that point. So thank you very much for coming here. Thank you.